What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another episode of Java and Journeys with Jillian. If you're new here to this channel, what's up? How are you doing? My name is Jillian and thank you for joining me on another caffeinated journey. Y'all, I have a mad problem with letting things go. So if you happen to miss my last few videos, and especially my most recent walk and talk live stream, depending on when this is posted, we have been trying to film the full island of Mr. Tom Sawyer himself, because today, and this is the end of the July 4th weekend, is the last day that the Riverboat is going to be operating, as well as Tom Sawyer's Island. We have run into the worst luck because of the weather. There's been lightning and severe thunderstorms in the area, which of course has caused us to either not be able to get to the island or having to depart the island early. And my last video was like, you know what, y'all, this is just, the Lord is saying, girl, you gotta let this go. But there's something in me that cannot let it go. And I'm like, I need to get this footage. So y'all, we are here at Magic Kingdom. And you see how ominous the weather looks, y'all. This has been the full July 4th weekend. We've had severe thunderstorms. It's been hot, muggy, and humid. We just got rained on getting into Magic Kingdom. And y'all, I looked at the weather, I promise you. I tried to take my own advice. And I was like, okay, 30% chance of rain at 4. I'll take my chance, it shouldn't be too bad. About around 3:30, of course, we're sitting on the tram to get to the travel center to then take the monorail over to Magic Kingdom, and it just starts pouring, y'all.
Greetings, friends from near and far.
Oh, and it looks like they're about to start a show.
Unforeseen circumstances. Fair has been canceled. We apologize for the inconvenience.
So you all hear this, right?
Once again, due to unforeseen circumstances, this performance has been canceled. Thank you.
Y'all, that has literally been the mantra of this whole weekend, is stuff getting delayed, closed, canceled because of how bad the weather's been. Now, the severe storm has completely passed. As you all see, the sun is out, but it still looks ominous in certain areas. And y'all, I pretty much missed that shot, which is unfortunate, but y'all, this has really been the name of the game. And it's super unfortunate because I feel for people who have paid to come out here and maybe your weekend has not been the best because of the weather, y'all. It has just been really insane. My sister right now is grabbing some popcorn, so I figured I can take a few moments just to chit chat with you all. This weather has not been it. And y'all, to be honest, I have not really been feeling the July 4th patriotic spirit at all this year. And again, I try not to get too political. I love going to Disney because I feel like it's kind of like my way of escaping and getting out of the things that are going on, whether it's politically or in the world. This has just been a heavy, 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 heavy year so far. And so basically, I'll tell you all, what I did for the July 4th weekend is I came out here earlier in the day to try to get some footage of Tom Sawyer Island. We filmed about half the island, then we had to leave because of the weather. And y'all, I got home, I took that hot shower, and I just pretty much chilled the rest of the day. I just wasn't really feeling it. I didn't see like the July 4th fireworks special, which is quite awesome here at Magic Kingdom. I've seen footage of it. I actually saw some of it. Was that July 4th? Because they do it on the 3rd and the 4th, and I'm getting all my days are melting together. But y'all, I just was like, I'm not really feeling like, I'm sorry, I have to be real on this channel, y'all. I'm not going to, if I'm not in the greatest of moods or if there's something on my mind, that's the whole reason why I have this, is kind of like, for me, my own therapy. But y'all, just wasn't really feeling it. I'm feeling, now coming off of July 4th, I'm like, okay, we're back in it. It's all good. I have some time off from work, so I'm super excited to spend some time recording some footage with you all. And there was just something in me that's like, you know what? Like, get out. Don't let what's going on around you stop you from doing what you have to do. So we're back out here trying to attempt, I'm hoping that Tom Sawyer Island is not temporarily closed right now due to the weather. Y'all, if it is, then I'm just gonna take that as like the nail in the coffin of like, hey girl, it just isn't in it for you. So that's what we are hoping to do today on this journey here again at Magic Kingdom, y'all. Also, the crowds are pretty light today, I think because a lot of people are traveling back home. So maybe we'll even get on a few rides. And do you all see this Haunted Mansion drip? Y'all, I got my Madame Leota shirt on, I have my ears. My sister has her Winnie the Pooh drip. So y'all, we're just going to try to go onto the island. Hopefully it's not delayed or closed. Hang out with you all here at Magic Kingdom. And I encourage you to keep binge watching Java and Journeys with Jillian. Why is that? Because we're gonna be heading over to Disney Springs after leaving Magic Kingdom. We're gonna go to Gideon's. We're probably gonna get some dinner. Right now they have the Flavors of Florida going on. So a like special line of menu items at certain restaurants and quick service stalls celebrating the Flavors of Florida. So things that are a little bit more on the citrusy side. We're gonna check that out, so I want you to continue watching, but for now, we are going to start first with another attempt at Tom Sawyer, and y'all know it's Java and Journeys with Jillian, so we'll probably wrap up by grabbing a coffee, not at Joffrey's because he's been doing me dirty lately. I am actually probably gonna grab something from Starbucks on Main Street before we head over to Disney Springs. Y'all, let's go ahead and elevate our mood a little bit and walk through to get to Tom Sawyer. I hope that you did actually have a really good July 4th holiday celebrating with friends and family. If you're someone that's in the service right now, thank you for all that you do to keep our country safe. And y'all, what did you do? One of the questions I asked was, who was in charge of the macaroni and cheese? Who got invited to the cookout this year? I want to know. I did not do any special cooking at all. Like I said, I just have not really been in the mood. I took myself feel like I'm doing something cookout-esque. My co-producer sister and I got takeout from Five Guys, and we just split like a burger and a hot dog. So that's what I did. I like Five Guys, so I'm like, I'm not mad about it. I'm like, it's all good. And it was delicious. So that's pretty much it. But I hope you all were able to throw down with your family. So drop down in the comments, let me know. What did you end up eating? Was it good? Did your cousin's girlfriend end up coming to the cookout with raisins in the potato salad?
No, I don't want no pineapple, baby. What we got? Damn. Damn. What? Hey! What's the roaches? Boy, I killed them. Let me see. What they? Oh, they all did. Woo! It was roaches over here. Lord.
Those are raisins.
Raisins.
Raisins and
my grandma.
potato salad.
Yeah, grandma.
Them raisins. You brought that cake?
Yeah, it's grandma.
You put
grandma's recipe.
you put raisins in potato salad?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you raise up and get that up out of here now? Cause I thought they were roaches. Kate, don't you ever do that? Get them big. Woo! I was scared, boy. Y'all okay? Come on, man. Come on, what?
We just had the diversity meeting and you got potato salad all
Y'all ain't see that. Oh, y'all ain't see that. I don't see nobody got it on their plate.
Okay, listen, if they did, then they should have known better. Y'all, I don't know if I've ever told you this story as we're walking over to the queue for the island. My cousin, this was many years ago when I was a kid, his then wife at the time, she ended up bringing over, this was like during the Thanksgiving holiday season, and the family was getting together as we would when I was younger. And this is when I was living in Tennessee. And, you know, my people, we love sweet potato pie. Now, I don't mind pumpkin pie either. I love pumpkin. I love both, y'all. My family has judged me for that, okay? They're like, that's your light-skinnedness coming out. Y'all, it is what it is. I love both, but if I had to pick between another, it's gonna be sweet potato. Those are my roots all day, every day. Well, his then wife came over with a pumpkin pie, and y'all, it was like a war broke out. I'll tell y'all right now, they are no longer together, and they haven't been for years. Was it because of the pie? I'll let you be the judge of that. There's obviously more to it than just that, but y'all, it just was an avalanche of problems. So I'm curious, did you have any instances like that going on? All right, and you will see, like it is, I've shown you footage like how the July 4th weekend was going, this is not bad at all. And I think it's just because there was that torrential downpour and also people are traveling. So the crowds have been relatively light. But okay, I see the rafts going back and forth. Y'all, so we may be able to get to the island and get some good footage because there is not supposed to be, though we had some rain, no severe thunderstorms. So I am grateful for that as we are walking over to the island. Friends, maybe the third time will be the charm here. Now, the queue is lined up. This is actually the most people I've seen in a queue to go over to the island. But given that this is the last and final day, I'm sure a lot of people want to just enjoy it. So I will check back in with you all when we cross over on the other side. Friends, we have made it over to the island, and so you know how we were only able to get one of the two caves. We're gonna go ahead and get started by having a little cave adventure by tackling on that second cave that we weren't able to film on my last visit here. We're gonna make our way over to the fort so you all can see that, and then hopefully get a whole nother POV of the other half of the island. Let's go ahead, y'all, and get into this cave realness because it is hot and humid, and your girl is ready to cool off. All right, y'all, here's the cave. We're going in. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. Y'all, this is crazy. I mentioned this, I think, every time I've gone into one of these caves, but y'all, this is the closest to caving that you're ever gonna get me. And it's so much darker than what it's actually showing on the camera. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all, we made our way around. And y'all, I'm telling you that I feel like if you are ever needing to just get away and you need like a moment of silence, I have not seen these caves too crazy busy in the multiple attempts that I've had to come over here. But it is really insane. Y'all, here's the bridge. The first time I was going through this cave, y'all, I was so afraid because I was live streaming and I was trying to capture as much of the experience as possible, and I was just like walking so much slower. Now your girl has a little bit of confidence now that this is the second time I've been able to enter in through this cave. Gosh. Okay, I'm squeezing through, y'all. And have any of you ever gone caving before? I'm really curious if you have. I'm sure it is much more intense and much more claustrophobic than this. You'll have to tell me if this is something you have a lot of experience with. Because y'all, all the caving disasters that I've seen, I'm like, I'll just stick with my little Disney caves. Or go with someone who's expert where I can like literally walk and like still Yeah, I don't mind ducking a little bit. But like we're still able to walk and get through. Y'all, look where we just came out. So this is the Haunted Mansion side. What did you all think about that first cave? We'll go through the second one again because, you know, I got to do it for the gram. But we're now actually standing in line to walk across one of the barrel bridges, which was closed last time I was here. And I was like, oh, this is just like a little display. I didn't think you could actually walk across it. So, y'all, we're going to do it. All right, y'all, I'm a little nervous making my way across this bridge. One person at a time going across like each kind of phase. So we're just going to see how it goes and pray to God your girl does not fall. I already asked my trifling sister behind me if she would save me if I fell. And she said she would just laugh. Y'all see how your people do you? It's your own people. Look at that. Trifling. So trifling. And saying all that with the Winnie the Pooh drip on. Winnie would never. He would be there for his people.
It's always been, but
wow.
more so, I guess.
Here we go. We're gonna take our time. Woo. All right, let's see this fool, because if she fall, I'm gonna laugh. It's not too bad if you stay on the hump. Oh, Lord. Okay, y'all, we got one more. So, y'all, the trick to the bridge is actually stepping on the barrels. And if you can make it on top of the barrels, it's pretty much okay.
Oh, we gotta go this way.
All right. Here's this fool. All right, y'all, we made it. Whew, okay, that wasn't too bad because literally there was like a couple people who were ahead. And y'all, the girl almost fell for real. And Whitney and I were just like, And that's when I was like, are you gonna come help me? And this trifling fool. And y'all, so I talked about this in the last trip, and this is when we're actually on the riverboat. But Polly's, which I didn't know this comes from my co-producer, of course, used to be just like a little quick service restaurant, and it's been shuttered for quite some time. And you can kind of tell, even when you're looking at the vending machines, y'all look at, this is like pretty yellowed. And it says sold out on the vending machine. So yeah, this has been pretty, I want to say like defunct for some years now. But they have like a whole place where you can eat. And then you see the riverboat straight ahead. About to take on off. So yeah, and I've never, like, Aunt Polly's was closed. Like I said, I've only recently been on the island, and Aunt Polly's has been shuttered for quite some time, so it's not anything I ever had a chance to experience. And I don't think my co-producer did either. It was like a very quick grab and go situation. So yeah, we're gonna make our way now to the other side and try to catch the fort. We're passing by the infamous partially painted fence with the Tom Hart Becky. And as we make our way over, friends, we'll go ahead and check out I believe this is one of the mills. So let's go inside and take a look. Ah, yes, so this is the mill. And we have our friend, the owl. Like, girl, you actually came back here again? Yes, I know. I'm a glutton for punishment. And again, I really wish the mill was actually actively working, because I think it'd be pretty cool to see the gears in motion, but still awesome to kind of see this staged area nonetheless, to give you the feel of what it's like in the universe of Tom Sawyer. All right, friends, we're gonna keep it moving. Actually, y'all, you know I believe in a good detour. We're gonna hit up cave number 2 while we're walking by it. Let's take a look. Oh my Lord. It's definitely much more uneven on this one. Oh, I thought you said something. It feels so nice right here. Woo, yes. That AC life. Anything in there?
I feel like I've been drinking.
Let's walk back to Papa. Ready?
Whew. And there's the map of the island. So what did you all think about that second cave? That one is a little bit more uneven, but also the mystery and allure are a little bit taken out of it when there are quite a few people, but still not very crowded. So a great way to get out of the heat, even if it's just for a few moments. And then you see the windmill here and one of the loading and unloading docks straight ahead. And you get that really nice view of the back of the ferry boat, and across away you have Big Thunder Mountain. All right, y'all, we are going to press our way over to the fort. Now that we've done both caves, I feel like that's the last significant piece, for my opinion, of what to experience here in Tom Sawyer's Island. And we had a chance to even do, we've had a chance to even do the barrel bridge, which is a pleasant surprise. Let's go ahead and, make our way across the bridge. And y'all, Big Thunder Mountain is currently down for refurbishments. They're replacing the track, and I'm sure they're also going to make a few little design touches along the way. But again, beautiful views as we walk across. And I'm just thankful, y'all, that we're even able to do all this, because I just wasn't sure at first, but the sun is out. It's just as humid as ever, but No sign of lightning in the clouds and in the sky. So that's always, for me, a relief. So I don't have to worry about this whole section closing. Yeah. All right, y'all. And we are making our way to the Fort Langhorn. Excuse me, Langhorn. Let's go on in and check it out. Friends, we are going to end our little adventure here at Tom Sawyer Island with the beautiful view of Big Thunder Mountain. All right, y'all, and I cannot wait for this to open back up. And you all will see they're replacing the whole track. So this is just going to be really cool when this is completely done. All right, folks, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and head on off the island. And you all know, what is Java and Journeys without a little bit of Java? So we're gonna grab a coffee while we are heading out of Magic Kingdom. So when we were leaving Tom Sawyer's Island and we were on the raft boat going back, there was this gentleman talking with a tourist from Illinois. And I'm assuming that he either has property here or is a local. And he initially, when we got on the raft, was talking to the cast member. And he was asking her if he could purchase the raft boat that we were on. He was like, I have cash. Can I purchase this? And she was like, sir, I don't know. Like, this is above my pay grade. Like, I'm not sure what merch from the island they're actually going to be selling. And so he was like, yeah, okay. Then he struck up a conversation with the tourists from Illinois and they were chatting. And he was like, yeah, I purchased 2 of the cabins that they had for sale at the Fort Wilderness Lodge because they've completely brought in new cabins, have renovated parts of the Wilderness Lodge, and so they sold the old cabins. I think they may still have a few for sale, but of course, if you're going to buy one of those, you have to be able to also have the property, and you have to have a plan for these cabins. So he was like, yeah, I purchased 2 of those, and he was talking about it, and y'all, he looked like someone with money, so I don't think he was BSing. Like, why would you need to make something like that up? You never know with people, but like, he looked like old money. And so I'm sitting here at the Haunted Mansion thinking, how can your girl just get the Madame Leota? I'm not asking for the raft boat. I'm not asking for any of the fancy merch. I just want the Madame Leota replica, that little replica. Y'all, I'm like, what do I have to do? I started thinking, what does this man do for a living? And especially considering the economic situation that so many are dealing with right now. And I'm just like, bro, what do I need to do? Y'all, do I need to maybe like go to Magic City in Atlanta and get a license and like, or start an OnlyFans, codename Peaches? Y'all, I don't know. What should I do? First world problems, right? But it's just really insane when people start talking money and you're just like, I just want this little thing. And so while I was at the Starbucks, and y'all, I didn't even do my cheers. Cheers. I am drinking a iced shaken horchata espresso. So I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I need this Java right now to calm my nerves from, but yeah, I'm like, what? Sometimes it seems like it never is enough, but y'all, I'm telling you, I'm like, if I ever became super successful, had some money, I'm like, y'all, I just want, like, I think the same thing that a lot of us want. I just want a nice home. That does not mean a mansion. I want to live within my means, so to speak, but just a decent home. I want to make sure my mom is taken care of. I want to make sure my sister's taken care of. And the friends that are in like my inner circle, I would love to be able to take my friends out, like all of us have experiences, go on some good vacations, right, together and have experiences. That, because to me, that's what life is about. This is why I started Java and Journeys, because I wanted to share some of the experiences that I have with you all. But I'm like, that's all I want. I don't need to have a mansion. I mean, heck, listen, if the coins were there and it just so happens that I can get a home in Golden Oak, then okay. But y'all, I don't even need all of that. I'm like, I just want the things that I think most of us want, which is like to live in good neighborhoods where you don't have to worry about your safety. You want to be able to have dinners, have experiences, take care of your people. I'm like, that's ultimately, so like, if money were no object, what would be the thing you would want? What is your definition of success? I'm super curious about that. Y'all, I'm going to personally be thinking and mulling on my life choices on this day and keep up with Java and Journeys with Jillian, because you know the journey does not stop here. My sister and I are going to head over to Disney Springs, hang out, get into some caffeinated shenanigans over there. So keep watching, keep binging. There's nothing wrong with, continuously watching my journeys. With that being said, thank you all for joining me. I'm going to continue to work on this ice shaken horchata espresso as we head over to Disney Springs, and I'll catch you on the next adventure. Bye.